Excellent. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for being our host today. We really appreciate it.
sure.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amanda Goyer, and I am the Corporate Responsibility Officer at KeyBank, and very proud to be part of this collaborative through KeyBank Business Boost and Build, powered by Jumpstart, and really brought forward by a great group of passionate supporters. KeyBank's Business Boost and Build, our purpose is to connect small businesses and micro enterprises in urban neighborhoods throughout upstate New York. We're really proud to bring you the Capital Region Urban Core Minority and Women-Owned Business Small Grant Program that will hopefully provide your businesses some much needed emergency relief during the difficult times we find ourselves in. So today, what to expect on this call. Soon I will introduce my colleague Tamika, who has been instrumental in helping set this up, and a variety of other colleagues and partners. We're going to walk you through how this grant was set up, the purpose and intent of this grant and focus, as well as what you can do to ensure you're eligible and prepare to apply when the application opens tomorrow. At the end of the program, we will open it up for questions and answers. So we just ask that you remain on mute as we're going through the presentation. Specifically, we will talk about what differentiates this program quite a bit, and that's the great technical assistance and one-on-one coaching that our partners provide. So without further ado, I'm thrilled to introduce you to Tamika Otis. For those of you who may know Tamika, she is the director of the KeyBank Boost and Build program in New York State and has been an absolute leader in helping us get this grant off the ground. So Tamika, thank you so much for your hard work, and please continue the presentation.
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. And can you hear me? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
All right, good. So good afternoon. I'm very excited to be talking about this stabilization fund. We have been hard at work to get this up and running as quickly as possible so we can help to stabilize and relieve some businesses in the capital region. And Amanda, thank you so much for your encouragement. But the truth is, you know, teamwork absolutely does make the dream work. And so we have wonderful partners in the staff at Center for Economic Growth, Pursuit, University of Albany Seed, and then our other partners at Capital Region Chamber and Upstate New York Black Chamber of Commerce, who are also involved. And so we have been able to allocate $150,000 to the Capital Region market. Ellen, you can advance the slide, please. So we have allocated $150,000 to the Capital Region market, and that will come in the form of grants, not loans, because we believe that many small businesses would much better benefit from grants or debt capital instead of loans. And so we've been able to make that possible through our relationship and partnership with KeyBank and my organization, Jumpstart. And yes, we are focused on minority and women-owned businesses. What we've learned is that, unfortunately, minority and women-owned businesses were disproportionately excluded from federal relief funding for a variety of reasons. And so this fund was really created to fill those gaps. We want to ensure that no small business falls through the crack, because all small businesses deserve some relief and some support. And as Amanda said, we are also infusing technical assistance, business consultation, assistance with promotion of your business with this grant, because we believe that it is an add value and it will maximize the benefit of the funding that you'll receive. The wraparound services, again, are critical to ensuring that businesses are able to be successful and even more so to sustain. So our goal is not just to have small businesses in the Capital Region and upstate New York to survive. We want you to thrive. We want you to be successful now and even more successful when we come out of it. And so it's really important that we get this message out to as many small business owners as possible. We want to provide access to this funding, so please share this information And we're getting ready to hear some great details from Ellen and from our partners about the technical assistance and business consultation that we have infused into this program. Ellen?
All right, so I am Ellen Ford. For those that might not know me, I work at the Center for Economic Growth, and I'm the New Ventures Manager, and I have the privilege of working with various entrepreneurs at various stages of either starting or growing a business. So for this grant, I think that we've done a good job of spelling out exactly what the eligibility guidelines are, and we can go through those. Here you'll see on your screen. So the size is 1 to 20 employees of your business. The annual revenue needs to be less than $500,000. As we mentioned before, this is a grant that's focused on women and minority-owned businesses. We've limited to the urban core areas of the region, so we're looking at Albany, Rensselaer, Schenectady, or Troy. We need the businesses to have been in operation for at least 6 months, and it must be a for-profit business. So in terms of what can you use the grant for? You can use it for mortgage payments, rent, or utility payments for the business, building maintenance cost fees, business-related health, property and casual and liability payments, as well as salaries or wages of all employees employed by the business. Software, oh, sorry, now I'm, how do I go back? Who can help me? How do I get back to where I was? Oh,
Hit the back.
Kate?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? Hit what?
Yeah, click into the
Can I just hit the back arrow?
Hit your backspace key.
Thank you. Got it. So the other piece is the software and services that are critical to your day in, day out business. These expenses must be incurred by the business or paid by the business on or after March 1st and within 90 days of receipt of the grant funds. So the application process, I think, is pretty straightforward. Our application will be on our website as well as the Boost and Build website. The preparation, I'm going to move my screen here. So in terms of preparation, we'll need an itemized, the itemization of expenses that you intend to pay with the $5,000 grant money that you would receive. We have additional resources that are going to be on the website that will help you with some of this process. We have an expense worksheet. We have something that will that can assist you in scanning documents so that you can send them back electronically, which would be the expectation. We're not doing any snail mail. We also will have a frequently asked questions document on our website that is also helpful. The submission itself will be completed and emailed back to CEG at contracts@ceg.org with the subject CR Urban Core Grant. The actual process, when you go to the website, you'll see we actually have a diagram that shows the different steps of the application process, and I'll share that with you. So you're going to download the actual application. You're going to complete that application and collect the required documents that are necessary. You're going to scan those because, again, everything is coming through electronically. You're going to send the application and the attachments to contracts@ceg.org. You will receive a confirmation. I'm going to put this, hold on. You will receive a confirmation receipt within 1 business day. The application review will commence immediately. And then award decisions will be made within 7 to 14 business days of receipt email confirmation. The awards will be processed as soon as all of the payment details are confirmed. So as you'll see, just to emphasize, there will be a one-day business confirmation email once we receive your email. Then there is a 10 to 14-day business days that we will be reviewing the applications, and we have a team put together with some of our partners to do that. And if you are awarded the money, we will contact you to provide banking information. We can do a direct deposit. If you need another means, maybe you need a check, that is also something that we can work with. And we ask that if you're awarded, you give us 3 to 5 business days to process everything. So the deadline for the application submission is Friday, May 15th at 11:59 p.m. Let's see. So as mentioned earlier, we have some great partners that we're working with to help facilitate this. We have ourselves, we have Pursuit, which was formerly known as Excelsior Growth Fund, the SEED program through UAlbany, and then we have the Capital Region Chamber, as well as the Upstate New York Black Chamber of Commerce. So we each have a little something that we bring to the table, and I do want each partner to be able to share a little bit about maybe why this grant is so important, what kind of an impact could be anticipated, you know, as well as maybe what other things that they have to offer. Ooh, again, I'm a little happy with that button, but now I know I can hit the back button. So for CEG, CEG has a long history of supporting entrepreneurs. And CEG is a nonprofit regional economic and business development organization that serves as a primary contact for businesses interested in growing or moving to our area. We know that business growth stimulates the economy and provides job opportunities. We support this with our entrepreneurship initiatives. We support entrepreneurship, we support small to mid-sized manufacturers, and oftentimes those can come hand in hand. Entrepreneurs creating products, you know, we can usually assist them with prototyping, things like that. We support workforce training initiatives. We help people relocating to the area. If people are looking for business space, or maybe we've had people that are looking for wet labs because they're a bio startup in the industry, we've helped people find space, and we share the different incentives that are available to businesses that are either starting or relocating here. So as I mentioned, we have a long history of assisting entrepreneurs specifically. We have certain programs in place that help us to support entrepreneurs. We have our MWBE series, which is for entrepreneurs and startups that are a little bit further along and maybe they're looking to gain some investment. But we also assist small businesses and entrepreneurs that are starting out. So for entrepreneurs that are just starting out, we can help with some business model development, help you identify your target market, who's your customer, how will you reach them. We can explore best practices in managing your financials, including any kind of financial projections that you might be looking for. Excuse me. And we, like I said before, we do prototype assistance. We have a strong relationship with the Tech Valley Center of Gravity. So if you have some sort of a prototype, we can help develop that. We have operations or process improvement support. So maybe you're doing things a certain way, but you know there might be a better way out there to do it, or maybe you don't know there's a better way to do it unless you start talking to someone who has experience in that, which we do. So there may be better and more efficient ways to go about what you're trying to accomplish. We also have a tremendous ecosystem in the region, and I feel like sometimes it's our best kept secret, and it shouldn't be. But we have a lot of great resources, and all of the partners here today are all kind of tapped into that ecosystem, whether it's academia, whether it's mentors, whether it's loans, whether, you know, it's pretty much anything that you might find is a gap for you, we may be able to help you fill that because of that strong ecosystem. So those are some of the things that we can help with if, you know, people find that they're seeing some gaps in how their business is functioning and running. And those are some of the things that we're talking about when we say technical assistance and business consultation from the CEG point of view. So I'd like to open it up from here and invite Carol O'Connell to say a few words from Pursuit.
Sure. Thank you, Ellen. Thanks,
I'm
everybody.
gonna make sure you're unmuted, Carol, or me. There you go. Yeah.
No? Fantastic. So yes, my name is Carol O'Connell, and I'm an Assistant Vice President of Business Advisory Services or Technical Assistance. For those of you who might not recognize the name, Ellen mentioned it before, but Pursuit was created in February of 2020 to encompass 65 plus years of history at New York Business Development Corp, NYBDC, as it was most commonly known, and its affiliates, the 504 Company and the Excelsior Growth Fund. Pursuit's mission is to provide small businesses throughout New York, as well as New Jersey and Pennsylvania, with affordable loans and business advisory services. In the Capital District, we offer a wide array of loan programs, from startup financing for $5,000 to $10,000, considered microloans, all the way to commercial real estate financing of up to $5 million, primarily through the SBA loan programs. In particular, though, we have special loan programs for minorities, women, and veteran-owned businesses. Pursuit, in these recent months, we've taken an active approach regarding the COVID response. Since day one, on the Pursuit website, we created a resource center that is updated on a daily basis. As I said, we are closely tied with the SBA, so we're feeding the most up-to-date information regarding either disaster loans or the Paycheck Protection Program loans and other information. We've hosted and will continue to host a series of skill-based webinars. We've done a pivot and thinking about what business owners are looking for now while there's no direct access to business owners. So we're creating content and webinars through our mailing list. You could sign up for our mailing list and have access to that. We're producing a small business recovery toolkit as well that will be online for all businesses. So we're particularly proud of our work with the PPP program. We partnered with local banks, with Goldman Sachs, 10,000 small businesses, and also the New York State Common Retirement Fund. We were able to offer PPP loans to not only our own clients, but to all eligible small businesses, and we continue to do so at this moment. We can't guarantee hour to hour, day to day, but at the moment there is still funding available. And finally, we're very excited to join with KeyBank and Jumpstart and our partners on this grant program, because even talking to my own clients with disaster relief and PPP, some businesses are not eligible, and even those that are, the small businesses, it's actually can at times be not enough funding. So a grant program like this is wonderful. And also stay tuned for more information from Pursuit, because we anticipate being able to offer additional recovery loan programs, which we'll be announcing in the coming months. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Now I'd like to introduce Kate Baker from SEED.
So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kate Baker. I am the Interim Director of the Small Business Development Center. And SEED is a program that operates under the Small Business Development Center umbrella. It provides financing for businesses that can't secure financing elsewhere. It is a character-based lending program that's been in the Capital Region since 2011. To date, we have funded or had approvals for $2.1 million in startup funding loans of less than $35,000. So we've had some really great impacts. We're excited about this program, not only for our past seed clients, but for the other businesses in the region that are being served as well. Outside of our seed umbrella, the Small Business Development Center is a technical assistance partner of the Small Business Administration on the federal side. And we have been one of the primary resource partners of the SBA for technical assistance during the COVID-19 disaster programs. So we have full-time business advisors that are ready, willing, and able to help small businesses of all sizes, whether you're a single person business or you have up to 499 employees. Assist you in navigating a lot of those SBA programs, anything under the CARES Act, as well as some of the local and regional programs that are starting to pop up like this one. All of our assistance is provided at no charge, and we're really just there to help you. The primary service that is of interest right now that we're offering is helping our clients make sure that they're spending their PPP funds for maximum forgiveness. So, first it was, how do I get the loan? And then it was, okay, now how do I use the loan? And there's a lot of questions around that to make sure that their loans are forgiven. We have a vast number of partners that we work with, every lender, every economic development agency in the greater capital region, as well as many legislators on both the state and federal level. So we're very excited. We think that this program is actually going to help some of those businesses that have been falling through the gaps of the existing programming. And we're excited to be working with everyone as we start to emerge from this, what we call the triage phase of the pandemic, and get into more of the survival and recovery strategies for businesses to survive over the next few months and prepare for that recovery effort. Thank you.
Thanks, Kate. Then let's see, I keep hitting that button. I still have some things to learn with this Zoom. So next up, we'd like to invite Laura Mann from the Capital Region Chamber of Commerce to say a few words about what they have to offer. Laura?
Thanks, Ellen, and thank everyone. I'm Laura Mann with the Capital Region Chamber. I'm the Vice President of Business Growth. Just a little bit about the Capital Region Chamber. We are still one of the largest chambers in the area with close to 2,900 business members and 24 full-time staff. We have a regional approach and focus, and we've been full-time servicing members and non-members in the county areas, Albany, Rensselaer, Saratoga, and Schenectady. It's an unprecedented time. We've taken a very hands-on approach, and not just strictly with our members. I need to re-emphasize that we will be working with any business that calls and needs assistance. In addition, we're the region's designated entrepreneurial assistance center for New York State, for this region. And we partner and we work closely with Empire State Development's Minority Women and Business Development Enterprise, or Enterprise Development. And we're recently awarded some additional funding to expand our capacity to focus our technical assistance specifically on MWBEs. There are a number of programs, tools, and mechanisms that we have. But I think what I'd like businesses to know is that, we're here. If you pick up the phone and call us or an email, you'll get a person and we'll speak with you one-on-one. We'll work with whatever the challenges that you have. We have some depth and expertise. We leverage our collective expertise among our service provider business members, be it legal, CPA, many of them providing a lot of free educational webinar, seminars, and services as we chase this moving target of both resources and climate. So our technical assistance, usually with a private consultation, we assist with everything from some financial analysis and modeling through my colleague and partner, John Scribella, introductions to other exceptional resources such as the folks on this call. We partner closely with other community resources and MWBE organizations and lending institutions. We also offer some loan programs, some targeted in our microloan program specifically for and ideal for startups and very early stage companies, offering lines of credit and loans between $1,000 and up to $50,000 for those with some financial track record. We also provide a boot camp, an entrepreneur boot camp, that's currently run its course for this semester. It'll be opening up. It's really geared more towards companies that are looking to launch a business or have an existing business and want to grow. It covers topics related to real estate, taxes, legal, market research, payroll, cash flow, social media, accounting, and all the topics and all of the aspects, I think, that not only a business in growth mode, but some of the businesses now facing the current crisis might need some advisement on. So we're here, we're available. It's a phone call away.
Thank you, Laura. And next, I would like to introduce Tony Gaddy from the Upstate New York Black Chamber of Commerce. Hey, Tony.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being on this important day, for this important call and this important announcement. So just a little bit about the Upstate New York Black Chamber of Commerce. We are part of a national organization called U.S. Black Chambers. We are one of 145 chambers throughout the United States, in 42 states. We have a partner, the Canadian Black Chamber, based in Toronto, and we also are in the early stages of establishing our relationships as far across the world as Africa and the countries of Durban, Morocco, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. So certain lanes internationally are opening up to us now as we speak, even during the midst of this current climate that we're all facing. So our primary role in terms of our 5 pillars, in terms of what we are here to do, are around advocacy, access to capital, securing government contracts for MWBE certified businesses, entrepreneurial training, and chamber development, which is probably not something that would pertain in this case, but the other 4 are something we're here to do. Obviously, being a Black chamber, a majority of our members are Black, minority, brown, women-owned businesses. However, our organization is as diverse culturally, as well as in terms of the industries we look to build our membership through. So we're not only being a little bit over a year of existence. We decided early on to focus on building our organization, not so much in terms of a race to answer the question of how many members we had. We wanted to be strategic in the types of members we have. So it it's a broad range of industries, from banking to media to real estate developers. It's a pretty broad range of members in our amongst our 90 members in year 1. So we are here similar to the Capital Region Chamber, who I've always been a big fan of, and a lot of the things we do, we look to them as somewhat of a guide in terms of how a chamber is structured, how it runs, and how it's organized in terms of the level of engagement, programs, and activities that it provides to its members. So it's great to be on this in partnership with Laura, Mark, and everyone there, Jason included. And so we are here to be a resource. Our number one resource as an organization, we feel, is our people, members, the team that represents. So if anyone that's applying for this grant support needs any types of assistance in terms of building their business, in terms of making sure that this $5,000 is put to great use, we are here to serve as a resource, a sounding board. If you need help with writing, your marketing, we'll look to identify a member that can sit down and invest some time with you as well, based on their experience. Myself and my colleagues, Julissa, Andre, in particular, make themselves available to you, whether it be event planning, communications, branding, working on your financials. It's really about identifying engaging with you in one-on-one to help you to identify what you need to build your business. Very, similar to what Laura was saying, very hands-on, very accessible. One of us is always available to meet when it's time to be able to meet again, to sit down with you and get to know you as a business owner, so we can get a better understanding and not take a one-size-fits-all approach. Every business is different. Every business owner is different. And so we also have to keep in mind that our business owners are people, and those people may have needs that directly impact their businesses. And so when necessary, we even provide a level of support and access to resources that can assist you in your day-to-day, so that you can be more attentive and focused on your business. During the shutdown, we've done everything from providing access and contacts to unemployment insurance, legal representation. So even if it's not something that's a direct, on paper, member benefit, we always want our members to feel comfortable to speak with us and share with us what's going on that may be impacting their business outside of their business. So again, we're here to be a support to this great opportunity. Obviously, it came about in terms of what didn't happen, but within every disappointment, we believe there's an unity, and from that belief has come this day in this grant program. So we're really excited to be in partnership with everyone here, and we're here to help.
Thank you, Tony.
Welcome. Thank you.
So we do have a list of frequently asked questions available on the website. And I'm looking, hold on, back to chat. So it looks like, how about construction, the construction industry? So I'm not seeing that specifically on this list. Tamika, is that considered?
Construction is not included in this grant. In the Albany market, we did add manufacturing because there is such a large manufacturing entrepreneurial community. So we wanted to add that in the Albany market. But Rocky, to answer your question, unfortunately, no, for this particular grant, construction is not included.
I don't necessarily see anything else in the chat that needs to be addressed. One of the questions that came up a couple of times was whether or not we're serving Saratoga as a city, and we are not. We're just focused on Albany, Schenectady, Troy, and Rensselaer, and the urban area of that. So I would say if you're outside of that urban area, what comes to mind for me is like urban area of Albany would be Latham. So I would think if you're located in Latham that you wouldn't qualify, because it's not about the county, it's more about the city itself, the urban areas. 2 new messages, let's see. So Will asked about advertising. Are you there, Will? Let me see. Because I'm not sure. You're talking about advertising agencies. Let me see.
Yes.
Mika, can we? Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I was referring to advertising agencies. I believe my position is sort of unique because it encompasses manufacturing and mobile marketing, advertising. So.
We would be.
You know what, Will? Go ahead. No, go ahead, Mika.
No, I was going to say, as long as he's located in one of the cities that we said, and is a minority or women-owned business, his business does qualify under our industry guidelines.
Okay. Super.
And if I may address the question that was related to Saratoga, Although Saratoga is not a city covered within this opportunity here, I will be more than happy to connect with that person, as an organization independent of this, and see what we can do to help them identify resources.
Oh, great. Thanks, Tony. That's great. Let's see. Currently, I'm making a large quantity of masks. Would I be able to apply? I guess the question would be, have you been doing something like this for 6 months? Because the eligibility, you have to be in business for 6 months. That would be my question about that one.
And if you were, I guess it would kind of depend on if you were, like as Ellen said, if you were doing this already and making masks was kind of an offshoot of a current business. Say if you were previously manufacturing and designing T-shirts, and now you've added a separate, garment to what you offer as a company. I think that might be something that qualify.
That's exactly.
It's also really important to note that these grants are not to provide funding for startup businesses, like for you to start a business. If you are a business that's already operating, but you're looking to make a pivot to stay sustaining through this, especially if you're providing a service to the community. So especially if you're pivoting to make masks, then yes, you'll be eligible. But again, these grants are not to start new businesses or to open new locations. This is to support and provide relief for existing businesses.
So let's see. I don't know how many more.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not on the Zoom, so I can't on my computer. But my name is Trent, and I just had a quick question about, so with in regards to like the last comment that was made. My company, we actually do transportation, and we usually do group transportation, but we've been actually pivoting and really just doing community-based work, like with Unity House, a bunch of different organizations in the region. Will we be eligible for the grant monies based upon basically doing these services previously for no money? Just trying to continue to do a service. Because I would like to continue to do this even post once things start to open, because I know there's still going to be such a high need for it throughout the area. And if so, how would I go about communicating that on the application?
So there is a narrative section of the application where you're able to explain to us just like what you explained today. So I would encourage you to still apply. Your business as a transportation business does provide a service. So industry-wide, you are eligible. If you are looking for the grant funding to help sustain your business and or to make a pivot so that you can stay in operation, then I encourage you to apply.
Okay, thank you.
And Kayla had asked, oh, is that you, Kayla?
No, it's actually Karen. I'm the one who spoke about the masks.
Oh, okay.
My name is Karen Maxwell. I have been in business for just a little over 5 years at this point. And I do have an office space at the Community Loan Fund building on 255 Orange. So I have been in business for a bit. I just am now currently transitioning or pivoting, as you stated, to assist with the need for mask supplies. So I wasn't, and that's because I've been making so many, literally, I've had to sew over 1,000 of these things. And I'm running short on supplies and everything else, is why I was, I'm joining and wondering if I would be able to apply because of that need.
Yes, what is your business?
I make custom bags.
Okay, then you absolutely qualify and I encourage you to apply.
Thank you.
And then I responded, Kayla, I responded to you that you don't have to be an official part of the KeyBank Business Boost and Build program to apply. Let's see, would educational enrichment services be included? Tamika, can you take that one?
I posted in the chat group some examples under the service industry. I believe that that would be a service, but I might need to have a one-on-one conversation or
Okay.
email. I'll put my email in the chat. So if you don't mind emailing me, so I just get some more information, I can give you a clear answer.
There's another question. Are there any stipulations to the business after they receive the grant? Example, lien, etc.
There is not, but there is an expectation, and you will be, excuse me, required to sign a contract. And I put this in the chat as well to say that you have to show proof of the expenses. So when you apply, you're going to fill out a worksheet and project, because we understand that there might be some expenses that come up after application that you use the grant money for, but to project what you're going to be using the funding for. And then once you receive the funding, before 180 days or 6 months passes, the expectation is that you are providing documentation in the forms of receipts, canceled checks, bank statements, anything you can to qualify that you have indeed spent that funding on what you intended to spend it for. So that is the only obligation, expectation. And then again, also we're going to be surveying you to find out how the money helped you. Were you able to retain employees? Were you able to hire more people because you stayed in business? We want to be able to tell the story of the impact of this funding. So we are going to be reaching out to you to find out more about how this funding did help your business.
How you doing? My name is Henry Paul. I own a handyman service. I've been in business for a year, and I just filed some taxes and I filled out the application. So I'm the only employee, and I would like to expand my business. Infusion of money would help me grow my business. So I just wanted to know, do I qualify?
It sounds like by your business and how long you've been in business, it does sound like you qualify. The big thing with this is we want to be able to see the impact of COVID on your business. Has COVID had a negative impact on your revenue, on your operations, on your ability to hire? Those are really the applications that we'll be prioritizing. And so if you're able to demonstrate that you've had a loss of revenue, a loss in contracts, a loss in business as a result of COVID, then you would absolutely be in the running for this funding.
Quick question. So how would I work with a management firm, and I usually get work orders to do work in certain locations. So I haven't received any. I've been doing two jobs a week, and it's only worth $200. So my taxes will reflect each month how much money I did make, but today I'm not making nowhere near that kind of money. And so all I can show is basically the fact that I haven't even received work orders. So
that's exactly right. So that's going to show that this has had a negative impact on your business, because we're going to look at how the revenue you were generating prior to COVID and then the revenue after. And if there is, a steep decline, then obviously the COVID had a negative impact on your business. So then, yes, you would be in the running.
all right, thank you.
I have another question. Now, would investments at all be considered income?
That's a great question.
For your business?
Yes.
Anything that you report on your taxes, we're going to be looking at your tax information. So if it's reported on your taxes, it will be counted.
Okay, thank you.
So there's another question in the chat. Are there preferences for applicants affiliated with the organizations involved in the chamber, SBA, etc.?
Are there preferences? Do you mind talking?
Yeah.
Who asked the question?
Rosa, Elizabeth Riviera. Are you on, Rosa? Hold on, let me see if I can. Rosa.
She may,
I,
yes, not everyone feels comfortable speaking, I know, on these big calls, I get it.
yeah,
I
and
think
I'm
that
not sure
the question is, are we prioritizing,
mm-hmm.
giving priority consideration to build, boost and build clients of our partners, but this grant is open to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it looks like we've slowed down with the chats, and there's a lot of emails out there for general inquiries about the application process. Tamika, you have yours out there. We have contracts at ceg.org. I'm putting that in there, and I'll put Ellen Ford, CEG. Oh, hold on. Try that again.
And Ellen, while you're doing that, I will mention, and Rosa, thank you for mentioning this. There is another grant opportunity that is out there from one of our other partners, the Community Loan Fund of the Capital Region. They do not have some of the same requirements as we have in terms of industry. They do have a larger fund, so we really had to put a laser focus on the businesses that we were going to be able to fund. But I do encourage you, if you live outside of the 4 cities that we talked about today, or there's any reason why you're not eligible for this grant, I encourage you to, I don't know if anybody can drop the link in the chat. I'll look for it in a second. So we'll put it there, but the Community Loan Fund has a grant and a loan program available to small businesses in the Capital Region in the event you're not eligible for ours. And there are also some other, some national resources, some regional resources. We do intend to provide those resources to everyone that applies, or even if you reach out to us and say, hey, you'd like to apply, but I know that you can't, we will provide other resources for you. Thank you, Amanda, for giving that link. So Amanda just put the link in the chat. So if you're interested in finding out more about the Community Loan backed grant fund and loan fund, please check them out.
Do our partners have anything else that they would like to add before we close?
This is Carol from Pursuit, and I will share with the group as soon as Pursuit has an announcement regarding a relief recovery loan fund to complement all that we've been talking about. I will make sure to share it out. Thanks.
Great.
Organizations might find some resources on the Capital Region resource page. We've been doing a pretty thorough job, and Capitalize Albany has actually done a pretty thorough job with resources. We've been partners with the Community Loan Fund in terms of being one of the sponsors of that fund. So it's a great resource as well.
I'd just like to add, for the small business owners on the call today, don't be afraid to reach out to one of the partners that are here providing assistance. It's our job, it's our role, it's our pleasure. This is a really tough time for a lot of people in multiple ways. And for all of us that are providing services to small businesses, it's not a competition. For us, we're all working together. There are, I counted them up the other day, 75 economic development support service organizations that are here and ready to help you. So, if you don't think we might be a good fit, still reach out to us, because odds are we're going to know who might be. And the most important thing is that you not be afraid to get that assistance when you need it, so that you stand the best chance of recovery. Being closed right now is not necessarily the fault of the business owner. You didn't do anything wrong. The governor said you can't work. And we're really sorry that you're not going to be able to accomplish anything that you would normally do during this time frame. You're not alone. We're here to help, and we're really happy to do so. So, please don't be afraid to reach out to any one of us. And if we aren't the right fit for what you need, we will know who is, and if not, we'll find it.
Yeah, that was very well said. And it was noted that the County of Schenectady, the Office of Affirmative Action, is also there for support. That's awesome. The last one, can we confirm that this would be a taxable grant? I'm not someone that would necessarily, I don't feel comfortable answering that.
We will provide that information. All tax guidelines
Yeah.
do apply. So, you know, any free money you get, you have to report to the government, and we'll provide some of that information and resources for you.
All right. Anybody else want to have any final comments? Hey, Amanda, would you close us out? You welcome and introduce people. Can you close us out as well?
Absolutely. On behalf of KeyBank Business Boost and Build, Jumpstart, and all of our amazing partners, we're thrilled to be here for you in this difficult time. And our hope is that with partnerships, we'll all be thriving again. So we wish you the absolute best in your health. And please set a calendar reminder for first thing tomorrow morning. This application will be live on CEG's website, as well as KeyBank Business Boost and Build website, as well as our other partners. So we will ensure to follow up with you with that link, and also a recording to this webinar if you have any other businesses in mind that may be eligible to apply. So thank you for those that took the time today. Thank you to our partners, and please be well.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.